Well, let's get rolling with episode 323 of the Current Gen podcast. My name is Tim. I'm here with Dan and Jeffrey. Thanks for joining, fellas. How are we doing? There's
Hello.
finger guns. We're good. We're good. Kyle has died.
Um,
And we gotta
yeah,
stop making that joke
yeah.
because there are a few people who listen to this episode who know a few of us personally, and someone's gonna get concerned because every time Dan's
Right.
Jeff's been dead for a long time. He
Sure.
only recently
Recently
came back to
revived.
I
life.
mean, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why. Look at his flesh. He's all kind of peely. He's like a zombie.
Yep.
He's just,
That's because,
That's,
and you guys all know this by now, we don't know when to end a bit, and so this one's going to keep going for a long time. So
Yeah.
we don't know how to end this one until we're actually dead.
You just
So
drive it
it's
into
gonna
the
keep going.
ground and then deeper into the earth,
right.
and then you come out of China on the other side.
We keep going. You had to fit into China.
China.
Well, guys, we are almost into that summer season of gaming. I'm really excited, and as we'll talk about, we're starting to see the hints of the not E3 season come up, where we get the announcements and the events and whatever, the showcases. So it's pretty exciting. I like this time of year as a gamer. And then you start to map out what the rest of the summer's not always filled with tons of games that are coming out, but it's usually that time where you're counting down, you're finishing up stuff from the first half of the year, you're finding a couple hidden gems that are indies maybe, and then you're waiting for the big like August or September games. But there are some for this summer for us to look forward to. So I'm excited for this time of year. But as we wrap up May, and I know that we still have another week left of May with another huge game coming out. There's just I feel like every week there's another like pretty notable and sometimes two or three notable games that have arrived. This week, technically there's three, but we already talked about one of them last week because Jeff and Kyle had early access to it. And so we talked about Forza Horizon 6. We're going to discuss it a little more today because I got it and I don't care what you guys say. I'm going to talk about it now because I've been playing it and I love it.
No, it was a 1 week thing. It was that.
No,
we're not
that's
talking
good.
about it
We're going to
now
talk about it. Shut up. Shut up.
You don't talk
the
about
first
old
game I
games,
wanna
right?
talk-
Yeah, we don't talk about
Yeah,
old
we
games.
Yeah. The first game I want to talk about, though, is one I actually picked up today. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it, but I wanted to pick it up today. I'm letting my kids play
Oh,
it a
did
little
you?
bit. I think my wife will enjoy it too. It is a super family-friendly, kid-friendly, I would go as far as to say, really easy platformer. So it's certainly
Mhm.
meant to be kid-friendly. Now, I think I saw this in a review somewhere, but this was a thought I had too. For a game that's really kid-friendly, like your preschooler or kindergartner could play a lot of this if they're familiar with a controller. But there's a lot of reading with no voice acting. So there's that
Mm.
piece of it where it's like you have to sit there and read it to them if you want them to play it. So depending on their age and how good they are at reading. But guys, this game is really pretty. I have not played it in handheld mode yet, just docked on the big screen. I love the art style when you go into the pages of this mysterious book as whichever color Yoshi you pick, there's a group of them sitting there and you pick which one you want to take into the level. They don't seem to have
Oh,
any
okay.
differences other than just what color they are.
Mhm.
And so, but I love the art style of the page art style, the sketch, sometimes paint look of things. I think it works really well for this. I'm only in that first little wild woods area. Haven't gotten super far in it yet, but it is very charming. It is so easy, but in a way that's kind of a nice breath of fresh air, and it's just a different way to game for me right now. It's like, all right, it's when my kids are awake and we'll play it on the big screen and we'll pass the controller off. And, my daughter can't make a certain jump because you have to like jump and hold in the jump button for Yoshi to do his extra kick jump and stuff like that.
Mhm.
So I'll help her with a few, but for the most part, this is just a good young gamer friendly game. That being said, if you are a fan of Yoshi, I still think it's very charming and pleasant and fun. If you want to try this out, you just might get into it and be like, this is a little bit like baby's first game, kind of, when you are playing it. I think it gets a little more
Yeah.
challenging as you go. And I think there are some optional challenges, but you can't really die. Like, it's not very difficult at all.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
that's
Yoshi's
okay.
story on
Yeah.
N64 was also pretty easy compared to Yoshi's Island on SNES.
Or like a Mario game. It's not a Mario game either, right?
Right. Yeah.
They're easier typically. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And this does seem to lean more in that direction, the Yoshi story, because that one also, has like that storybook sort of approach as well. So,
Yep. There are some pretty cool little mechanics they have. Like there's some levels where you want to make all the flowers bloom, but you have to, instead of eating one of the little flowers to turn it into an egg, which you can throw, you actually have to hit the X button, which tosses it up on your back. and then you have a special ability when you run by flowers, they'll bloom everywhere you go, and you want to make all the
Mm.
flowers in that level bloom just by running past them. And so other levels have similar things where you toss a friendly creature up on your back, and then you have a new kind of sort of new ability that you can use. But yeah, it's very charming, very friendly. Just want to emphasize though, if you're a solo gamer or don't have kids that you game with, or maybe a niece or nephew or something like that, it might not be for you. But yeah, if you're a Yoshi fan, it certainly checks all the boxes of all the cute Yoshi stuff you could want to do. You can throw the eggs, you can eat everything. There's lots of levels to explore. The visuals are very unique. I feel like the Yoshi games is Nintendo's chance to try a different art. Yoshi and Kirby, they're trying different art styles. It seems like with these games. But,
Yeah.
um, yeah, I think it's.
I've always
pretty,
been a fan of the Yoshi game. There was one that came out on the Switch. I don't know how long ago.
Oh yeah,
that
it was the
2 or 3
pop-up
years
book
ago.
one.
Yeah, that one was really fun and like I don't know, just chill. Like I mean, Forza's all like go go go, and
Yeah.
Lego Batman, which we'll get to, is obviously more like the Arkham games than I expected. So there's just it's nice to have something that doesn't really require a lot of hand holding, and it's just cute. Yoshi's cute,
Very
man.
cute.
I know that's
He is.
controversial.
Yeah,
Everything
imagine
about
not
this
liking
game-
Yoshi.
Yeah, everything about this game has that cute, charming friendliness to it, just like other Yoshi games. So, yeah, I recommend it if you're a Yoshi fan, if you like the other Yoshi games, or maybe if you're just looking for something a little simpler. But it's got that charm. It's very creative, but it's not going to be like playing Mario Wonder, where it's charming and cute, but also brings a nice challenge with it. At every level,
Yeah.
unless you're really, really good, you're going to have to revisit to do everything in most Mario levels. This one so far, I've been able to pretty much find all the things in one run. But maybe over time that'll change. Maybe the game gets a little bit more complex. I don't know, but I like it. It was worth. I mean, it's $60, so it's not going to be for everyone at full price. But for me, playing with my kids, it was worth picking up. So I like it.
I mean, the presentation is fantastic. Like just the look of it, like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It looks wonderful, and it's very smooth. It runs really smoothly on the Switch too. So. Yeah.
God, I still need to get one. Dang it.
Well, hey, this is not in our news thing, but I did see that Nintendo is actually, I don't know what, something happened with supply or parts or something, but they're ramping up their Switch 2 production to 20 million
sweet.
by next year. So earlier this month, they said they were pulling back, but now apparently they're ramping it up. I don't know if that means supply is increasing for parts they need. I'm not sure. But anyway, alrighty. So that's one game that came out this week. So if you have a Switch 2, go give that one a look. Also out this week, Jeff just referenced it. We'll watch the Gaming Bolt review here for Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Now, they're showing some clips here of the Arkham games that Jeff just mentioned. This one is City, I believe. And there's a lot of comparisons to the Arkham series. Jeff, is that a fair comparison to make? And what makes it similar
Completely.
to the Arkham games more than like a Lego?
Completely fair. They're literally doing the same combat where you counter or you dodge, similar to
I like that.
what we became accustomed to with the Arkham series, and then of course in Spider-Man, which kind of is more speedy. But yeah, it's the same type of thing. Even though the combat's not as versed, I mean, there's some stuff you can unlock along the way to utilize your gadgets a little more when you're in fighting. Yeah, it's just like the same punches and kicks and stuff like that. And then, of course, they do the thing where they get dizzy and you can go up to them and just the same thing you did in the Arkham games where you're just unloading a fury of punches on them and stuff. Yeah, so that's a very similar thing. And then Arkham being open world, which is just super impressive for a Lego game, period. But it's Arkham. Like, it's literally... You drive around, or I mean, once you learn how to glide and unlock more traversal stuff abilities, the gliding is just the way to go for everything, really. I mean, it's just easier to find more collectibles that way. And it's kind of got that Spider-Man thing of, I guess Arkham did it too, I guess, where there's always a crime that's happening nearby that shows up on your map. You'll get like the police radio, a scanner will come on and be like, we need help over here. And you could just drive to that or just glide to it if it's nearby. And it's, light crime. It's like, cause it's a Lego game and there's nothing like crazy. Like It's normally just purse snatching.
So not murder.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes there's some car chases too, which is actually really fun to find a way to disable those vehicles. Once you unlock more with your Batmobile like capabilities, like you do get like a hook or whatever that you can latch onto a car to make it stop, or you unlock missiles or whatever, which just totally doesn't kill them, guys. It's a Lego game. Nobody dies in a Lego game.
Lego.
They
No
just
one
kind
dies. Everyone can be
of,
rebuilt.
they just kind of, yeah, exactly. They're
I just saw Commissioner
whatever,
Gordon doing some kind of dance mini game. That's fun.
yeah. There's a dance mini game. There's a kind of a rock and roll one too that you do with Catwoman, just because it's Lego and it's silly. It's always going to be silly. The jokes are, I mean, obviously these jokes are aimed for like kids, and it's a family game. It's couch co-op.
It's family friendly, so it's the Lego game jokes, which are sometimes pretty funny.
Some of them are really funny, and some of them are like specific pop culture references that only adults would. There's American Psycho references in this, and you're like, okay, well, kids aren't going to get this. Clearly.
Right. No, they're
or there's
not.
an I think you should leave.
You would hope
too, not. Where it's like 55 hot dogs, 55 burgers, whatever. It's that whole thing that he's like ordering a whole bunch of stuff. They reference that, and just a random civilian references it in a diner. It's so cool. All the unlockables and stuff, the Batcave stuff, which I don't remember an Arkham game having a central Batcave. You're kind of in Arkham the whole time, right? Or not Arkham,
the jail.
Gotham. Sorry.
Oh,
I keep calling it Arkham because it's a comparison. Yes, the city. Yeah, you're
City?
kind of in the city the whole time.
Yeah.
But like in this one, you get like new areas that you can buy, like a training area, a science lab, and they're cosmetic, but it's still cool to like fill out the Batcave in a cool way. And there's one that's called a clean slate unlockable. Hey, there's Big Bane. There's a clean slate unlockable, which is just a creative room. You can just buy a bunch of decor and fill it up however you want. Like a room of requirement with really, really low stakes. It's just purely for building and putting statues in and stuff like that. This game is so freaking addicting too. Like they reference, like the beginning of it is you go into League of Shadows, Batman Begins style. And it's like the same. They do Liam Neeson taking references and stuff like that. They do like they hit the beats of you taking down the Penguin in that iconic the Batman scene, the chase scene where he walks through the fire.
So it's not necessarily based on Nolan movies. There's just pieces that we would recognize from those.
Yeah, there's a ton of pieces you'll recognize. Yeah, like going to the Iceberg Lounge. In the game, you go with Gordon, but obviously in the movie, he just goes in by himself and to talk to Penguin. Yeah. It's got all those references, and then of course there's comic book stuff that they put in there, some nuggets and stuff.
And
like
I'm assuming a lot of playable characters too. Right? That's kind of like a necessity for Lego games, right? Where you can't access certain areas till you have characters with certain powers or whatever.
Right, or even certain like I don't know if it's characters or certain tools that you haven't unlocked yet through the campaign, because there's some like chests or whatever that you can unlock that give you like a chip that you can use at the Batcave at your workbench, or you can find a workbench in the city somewhere, I guess. Some of them are like, I try to do something and it's got like a little like no whatever sign that's like a circle with a line through it, like you can't access this part of the game yet type of thing.
Gotcha.
But I don't know what I need, if I need another character for that, or if I need, because normally it will tell you the characters, it'll show you the character's face, and you change.
Are these bats pooping on him, by the way?
Right? Yes. That's what the bat poop looks like.
but it's little Lego pieces, right?
So it like takes away the romantic element of him in the Batcave in Batman Begins, when he just lets the bats swarm him and he stands up. And in this, they're all pooping on him, and I'm like, that's a more realistic way to approach the Batcave, I think.
I agree.
Is there the swear to me scene?
Swear to me.
Swear to me.
He doesn't really do like the Will Arnett thing. He's kind of just talking a little bit more normal. But yeah, Will Arnett is definitely like the more cartoonish version of Christian Bale's Batman, which is perfect. Mm-hmm. It's perfect for that series. But this one's a little more, I don't want to say subdued. He's still putting on a voice, but
yeah. I mean, the Arkham Batman
really
doesn't really, he just sounds like Bruce Wayne. Like the Arkham Batman just talks. You know what I mean?
True. He does just talk, which is perfect for that. Yeah. Yeah, all the villain stuff, the campaign stuff, it's super addicting. Like, I just want to see what the next reference is going to be or what the next unlockable thing, because each chapter is when you get a new person. Like chapter 1 was Gordon, and chapter 2 is Catwoman, and now I don't know what comes next. That's the thing that's cool about it too. Is like I don't know what version of the story they're going to tell next,
Yeah.
and who's going to pop in.
Yeah. That's cool.
Really, God,
No, I'm
it's
so
so
glad that this
addicting.
game is good too, because as we know with Lego games, they can be a little hit or miss, right? They can be where it's
Yeah.
like, yeah, it's another Lego game, it's fine. But then it could also,
Yeah.
every once in a while, like I think the Skywalker one caught some attention because it was a different approach to how they normally do their combat. Although it was somewhat similar, it just felt a little different, a little more third-person shootery at times. That was just a different one. But this sounds like they really went all out, and you got an open world to explore.
Yeah, they didn't.
It's like an Arkham game,
Like,
so all made out of
you didn't need to
Legos.
go all out
It's
like
crazy.
this. Like, they even have like racing challenges and stuff in the game, and I'm like, why did you put
You
this
didn't
in?
have to
It
do
just
this.
some of the stuff is in there. Just
The Lego
that's
games
like, you
just
didn't
always
even
have
need
a
to do
ton
this,
to
but
do.
it's so
That's
cool.
just kind of their
They
thing,
do.
right?
Yeah,
they have a lot
yeah,
to
that's
do.
true. Yeah, to basically, when I first started playing Lego games, I was like, oh, I can just like destroy everything and get coins from that. You don't really have time to get distracted with that in this game because it's so massive. There's so much other stuff to do. And you'll find one of those I guess they call them studs in the game, the Lego studs. You can find those chests around the city, and they give you like an extra, whatever, 10, 20K. So you'll find those all the time, and you'll never run out of money. That's for sure. Well, you will, but you know what I mean. Just go get more. It's easy.
Yeah. Well, Lego Batman is out. I'm so glad that it's good too. The reviews on it have been great, and then hearing your takes on it makes me think, all right, maybe it's time to play another Lego game. It's been a while since I really got into one, but yeah, no, this looks awesome, and I'm glad that it's reviewing as well as it is. Speaking of something that's reviewing really well, Forza Horizon 6 is currently the top game of the year in terms of average Metacritic and OpenCritic scores, depending on which platforms you look at, of course.
Heck yeah.
Let me see if I get this a little bit, at least 1080. Make it look a little nicer. So I finally
1080,
got
what is
access
that?
to it this week as one of just the normal Game Pass losers. Didn't pay anything extra to get access to it early. So I started playing it earlier this week, and I gotta tell you, any other plans I had for watching something or playing something else this week, just gone. Like those plans are now just gone.
Plans
So they're showing us
over.
Forza Horizon 5 in this. Let me just skip ahead. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking
I'm
about.
sorry, was that a Gundam just like rollerblading?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a race where you are actually racing,
Just gliding
a giant
around.
mech.
Yeah.
So fun.
All right. I mean, it's
that's
Japan,
a really cool
so yeah,
spectacle.
that's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
pretty
it's very
sweet.
fun. But dude, they've done. Listen, in my opinion, the only weakness of the Forza Horizon games,
Yep.
Vin Diesel. It always has to show Vin.
they just had to put him in there, didn't they?
They had to hit family. It's family.
Family.
But no, to me, the only ongoing weakness of these games is the cutscenes and the way the human characters look. It just does not look right. Their faces don't look right. It's just like, don't even bother doing this. Honestly, just have us sit in our cars and talk, and just let us look at the cars while you talk. Like, let us just hear you talking on the radio.
Sure.
Because the voice
Right.
acting is, it's cheesy, but it's fine. And that's all I need. But when they have the cutscenes and they're all walking up and kind of sitting on the table and talking to each other, looking at maps, I'm like, this was unnecessary. Like, you didn't need to do any of this.
Yeah, the
I
barn
know that
finds
they've had that
especially are
for a
like,
while.
okay, guys, all right, we found the car. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, honestly, just show me a picture of the car, and then you can tell me all about the car. I actually kind of like the character May, who explains when you go on these long road trips, and she explains history of towns and like architecture and all that kind of stuff. I actually really like that. I think it's a cool addition where you get a tour, and I know past games have done similar things. So I really like that a lot. I have no problem with that. I have no problem hearing about the cars either. Like, hey, this car was great in 1963. It was like whatever, some kind of road racer or something. That's cool, man. Tell me all that stuff. But don't make me watch a cutscene where they're slowly opening the garage door. You know what I mean? Like,
okay, that's sick.
I don't know if those cutscenes are needed, but
You're watching.
anyway,
or they could just improve.
I saw someone on YouTube actually post a comparison of the Forza Horizon original, the first one, their cutscene with the intro cutscene here. It's pretty embarrassing. Like, it was better back then. Like, the cutscene looked better.
Wow.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. It looked better. So anyway, but that is not what this game is about. That is literally the only thing I can look at and say that's not a positive about this game. but I can't even call it a negative because it's so short and few and far between. You spend all of your time behind the wheel like you are of this Toyota that's driving right here. Dude, I love the cars. I love the tracks. The environments are amazing. And just, I think it was 2 days ago, the seasonal event started already, the first summer
Yeah.
seasonal event. And I'm
Mhm.
like, oh man, this is why I get addicted to these games. I forgot about this. You have like 4 days to complete all these challenges and you get all these rewards. You're like popping up new cars and decals and all kinds of stuff, keep unlocking. And then they also like bring up there's new speed traps and there's new races. They add new stuff that are seasonal only for you to participate in. And then you have to use certain cars that maybe you've been ignoring because maybe you get like 2 or 3 souped up cars that cover everything you need for the main game. But then the seasonal
Yeah.
events, they
Yeah.
make you focus on other makes and models, which is awesome. So like right now, I have to use this B class thing for most of the stuff in the seasonal thing that I normally wouldn't spend any time with. But it's great. It makes you try other cars. I don't know, man. This game is ridiculous. It's so good. There's so much to like about it. And it also is constantly wanting you to compare yourself to your friends because no matter what I do in the game, it'll pop up underneath and be like, "Yeah, but your friend over here did a little better than you," and I'm like, "Oh gosh." Yeah,
It's like,
Oh,
hey,
it
at
man.
does
least
that
you
to me
tried.
all the
You
time.
know, at least you tried.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, it's like, by the way, Kyle already did this and he did twice as good as you. I'm like, thanks,
Yeah.
Forza. I needed to hear about that. Appreciate
It's
it.
like maybe you should keep canceling your plans and you can keep playing more and maybe you'll, be
Maybe
as good as
you'll be the
Kyle. And you're
goat.
like, you know what,
Yeah.
game? Fuck you.
But also, I'm gonna do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. Another aspect to this is kind of it's not unlike something like the community um, engagement, the wave of community interaction around something like Crimson Desert, where everyone's discovering stuff and finding stuff and posting it
Mm.
online. And there's YouTube. You can watch all kinds of
Hmm.
YouTube guides how to find some hidden place you would never normally find on the map in Crimson Desert, and here's where you go and how you get there. I love that stuff. I loved it in Elden Ring. I loved it in Kingdom Come, Deliverance 2, and Witcher 3. So I like it in my RPG games. And then this is the racing game where I did the same thing with 5. I was like looking online, like, hey, how
Yeah.
do I get this car? And what's the best tuning build for this or whatever? And it's the
Yeah.
same thing. Like I have found that I've got a handful of cars now that I normally wouldn't have had, but I followed steps 2, 3, and 4, and I was like, oh, this one's like my favorite for this kind of race now. So,
Mhm.
or for this kind of, what do they call them? The photo op challenges or whatever those are, the speed traps and all that stuff. But the PR stunts,
Hmm.
I like that stuff.
Oh yeah.
Do they
PR
have
stunts.
do they have the like, because I remember playing 5 and people who are obviously way better and know cars, the presets, because you were just talking about how to like tune your car.
Yeah, they do. They
Yeah,
do still
5
have.
had
You
like
can look at
presets, right?
other people can share their tuning setups, and
Right,
that's
right.
that's
Okay.
what I still use. I just buy whatever somebody else
and
tuned
then
it as
then it just tells you how much it
in the
costs to buy
class
the
I
parts
wanted
to
in.
match that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
right.
Now,
Exactly.
Cool.
when the servers were down for like 24 hours on the second when it's launched to the general public, so you
Good lord.
couldn't play online at all, like, and you couldn't find any designs or tunings. And so I did at one point, let me just try to tune it. I have no idea what I'm doing. And so I went to like I thought maybe this is a pretty good tuning, I think. And I went to drive it and it wouldn't shift out of first gear. I'm like, I might have made it manual and I don't know how to shift gear. So I'm just gonna go back and wait. I don't know what I did wrong. I broke it somehow. So
Ooh, look at that Viper.
yeah,
Dude, the Dodge
dude,
Vipers.
yeah. The cars
My
are so
main
good.
is for open world stuff is an off road capable 99 Dodge Viper, and it's so the launch is insane, dude. Like I'm like, whoa, okay, I've already had 100. Oops. It's
You know what's
wild,
funny is
but it's so
I was trying to
perfect for
find
the
a good
stunts,
like
man.
I was trying to find a good like dirt kind of a dirt race type car that could go off road but could also do okay on regular paved roads too.
Yeah.
And needed an A class because there was a lot of like A class restrictions. So uh did a little searching on YouTube to see what other people there's lots of suggestions, but one suggestion was a car I already had. It's a really cheap little car you can just buy for like 15,000. It's a Honda Beat. So it's a tiny
Mm.
little compact car. And someone made this really cool Pikachu design. So I have this bright yellow Pikachu designed Honda Beat, which is a perfect design for this car. And then I did like a custom tuning that the YouTuber recommended, and he's right. It's so good. This thing flies, and it's like I'm kind of crushing all the dirt races with this little Pikachu car.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the kind of stuff
perfect.
that I really like. Yeah. It's
I got to
really,
get one of those
and
because I
that
don't really have I have like maybe 2 dirt racing cars and I don't really care for them. So
Yeah, it's good to
Uh,
find one that a couple in different classes, I guess, too. Like it's good to have maybe a B and
True.
a A, and then maybe one of the S class ones. Um, in some cases, when you get to pick and choose, then all of the drive avatars you face will just match your rating, and so, or at least they'll get close to it. So if you, it's almost kind of like picking which CC level you want in Mario Kart. It's like, do I want to do 50, 100, 150, or 200? Like, and it's not necessarily difficulty. It's more of like the speed that they'll drive at.
Yeah.
So anyway, dude, the cars are amazing. I'm absolutely loving it, and I can't wait to keep exploring more. There's lots of that northern area I have not gotten up to yet. I haven't done much of the snow stuff yet, so I'm still just
The
knocking out those
snow,
challenges and
I
racing
do
things.
have like 2 cars that are good in the snow, and one is like it's not a monster truck, but the wheels are massive. Basically,
Yeah, yeah,
look for those cars. You'll be able to find them on the side. This is the best addition to in the game, is finding cars on the side of the road you could just buy right there.
this is so
And they're for
cool.
sale.
Yeah,
They're for sale. Like
yeah.
they're already knocked down by like
Nice.
10K or something, maybe over
And if
that,
you come
50
back to that
off.
spot later, a different car could be in that spot for sale
Yeah,
again.
but usually those cars
It's
will
somewhat
apply to the area
randomized.
or the race that you're about to go into. So like,
Mhm.
yeah, in the snow area, you can run into some that I'm like, oh, if I fix this up, this could be my snow car, basically. And
Yep.
I forget
And
the
actually,
one
that
that I
helped me
have,
a
but it's
lot
got
because there was
giant
a
wheels and
series of
stuff. It's so good.
B-level races that I needed, and this Mitsubishi Lancer that was randomly on the side of the road looks
Love
just like what
Mitsubishi
you're describing.
Lancers.
I bought it,
Yeah,
and then I use it all the time on these B-level dirt races.
yeah,
For the seasonal stuff,
Yeah.
I've used it.
Those are just good for off-roading.
Yeah,
they're
super
solid.
cool.
They're solid for off roading. But yeah, there's some that are like. I was an idiot, and I had like an S2, S1, whatever Ferrari, and I was like, "Yeah, let me go get these collectibles off road." And the whole time I'm just because it's like 4 or whatever, 4 out of 10
Yeah.
off road. It's just
Yep.
horrible.
It is funny to me too. Like one of the best ways, still, this was true of past games too, to get a really high skill chain is just find a super forested area without many buildings or cars that'll be around, because that will end
Mhm.
your streak. If you like hit a car or hit a building, it'll stop. It'll like drop you into
Yeah,
limbo. But you literally just go out there and do donuts and wheelies and spin around and go random directions in a forest full of trees, and you'll get so many points for skill.
yeah,
It's like I was like, how are these skill points? I'm driving in
yeah. I
circles,
know.
knocking down
Destruction.
trees.
Don't they like? Isn't nature sacred to Japan? So like,
Yeah, it's
what's
so
It is.
funny.
Every-
Yeah.
they respect and appreciate everything. They're way better than us.
I know. I was gonna say the trick that I don't know why I didn't think of this in any of the previous games, but whenever there's a double skill point song,
Yeah.
go find a trailblazer super fast. Go to a trailblazer and just don't even try to beat it. Just take out all the trees as you're going downhill or something like that, and
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
and it because your
Like this right
speed
here
will
with the
just already be
bamboo, you
climbing,
could get
like
so
you're
many
gonna get
points with the
100
bamboo
easy.
forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks
Dude.
cool. Just like the forest, bamboo forest.
Yeah, dude. The
Just
scenic
whizzing by.
stuff in this game is unfreaking believable.
And I'm waiting for like the House
Especially
of
when you're
Flying
up in the
Daggers
mountains.
fighters to go flying overhead. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'm waiting to
Yeah.
see.
I mean, they have a Gundam in there, so why not?
Yeah, why
Why
not?
Why not?
Why not?
That is the funniest one too, because that's like the second. I think that's the second wristband showcase
Yes.
race or something.
Yes.
And like the one after that's like a jet, and I'm like, we're back to jets after that. Like,
Yeah, like this. Now we're going downhill.
now we're going downhill. What's going
I will
on?
say something too. I just saw the
What are we
hands
doing?
driving the car. It reminded
What's going
me
on?
when these games have always had really weak character customization, which doesn't matter to me because I don't really want to see my person driving
Yeah.
in a game like this. But even still, they have you create your character. You have to create your character, and they all are funny looking, and the ability to customize is pretty limited. Like you can make yourself look silly, I guess, kinda, but there's not a lot you can do
Through clothing.
with
That's
that
it. Yeah.
customizer. Yeah, you can upgrade your clothing. But one of the funny things they included is the prosthetics. So it's like you could have your robot arms and robot legs, and they're like, I mean, you can drive really well with these prosthetic arms and legs. Like you have no issues whatsoever. So it's funny to see like this really realistic game. It looks like you literally are watching live stream of actual country of Japan, and then you see like these faces of characters that are really not animated very well, and then they all have prosthetic limbs, and it's like this is really hilarious to see the contrast.
It's very brave. That was very brave of them.
They also have cochlear implants too. Did you notice that? Like,
I did see that.
hard of hearing
I
and
did see that.
or deaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, I don't mean like the kind of prosthetic limbs you'd see today. I mean, like they're
No, they're
robotic
all
limbs.
yeah, they're literally like Tesla made them or
Is it like
something. I don't know.
cyberpunk like limbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Because why not? I
but
mean, if you're
anyway,
gonna have characters looking as bad as they are, like then just give them cyber arms. Like, why?
yeah,
Why
Yeah.
dude,
not?
I'm on board with that. Give me, and I
I
took a
gotta
cyber
give
arm. Okay, I took one.
Playground respect though for not for understanding their limitations on face whatever facial
Yeah,
animations and stuff like that, and keeping the camera like at a distance. You don't see a lot of emoting. You just see the scenery, and you're like, okay, this is kind of a smart way to do it. If you're gonna you're
yeah,
gonna shortchange the at least the characters and how they talk and
yep.
stuff. I don't know.
As long as your
So
expectations are in the right place for what the humans are going to look like, then
yeah,
everything else is just absolutely gorgeous. The scenery,
I'm
the
psyched for
cars,
the open world.
very dope.
We know they can crush an open world. I'm psyched for the Fable open world.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Who
that's
knows what
going
the
to be
characters are going to be
wild.
like, but yeah, that open world's going to be insane
Yep,
probably.
yep, yeah, I can't wait. So yeah, Forza Horizon 6 is incredible. No surprise to anybody. They delivered, and this is one of those things where it's not very controversial to have a perfect 10 out of 10 score on a game like this. Like it's just yeah, everyone agrees this game is.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't
Well,
like
it's
cars or
like we
racing
were
at all,
saying.
go ahead.
It's like we were. Sorry, go ahead. Actually, why did I say go ahead? I was going to say it's like we were saying it's relative to the score. It's like we were saying last week. We saw the tens and we were like, can it really be that much better than 5 and stuff? And it's like, yeah, the
Right.
stuff they added to it, yes, absolutely.
Yep.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yep. Now, I was just gonna say, I mean, even if you don't love cars and racing games, like I don't play the Gran Turismo games. They're not my thing. I don't like the really
Mhm.
simmy games. I don't play the other Forza Motorsport games. Uh, the only other racing games I'll regularly play are Mario Kart. Like I very rarely play racing games. But
Yeah.
Fake
dude,
racing, fake racing.
four caught
Not
my
real.
attention, and I didn't like play everything that there is to do in 4. 5, I played almost everything you could possibly do in that game. I just started to
Yeah.
fall off towards the end. I didn't keep coming back for all the seasonal stuff. But man, I loved 5 so much. And this one's
Me
just
too.
scratching that same itch of like it's kind of open world. It's got an RPG element to it, collector's itch, almost that card collecting element where you just want to complete everything in your garage. You want to fill up all the different makes and models of everything. So it's got all those
Yeah.
pieces that just keep it. And this freaking wheel spin, I'm like, yeah, what am I gonna get? What am I gonna get this
mean,
time? Like, dude,
That
Yeah.
dopamine, man, collecting the things, you know?
dopamine.
That's
Yeah.
Very real.
yeah.
This and Lego Batman have that same thing of like
Yeah.
you should really stop playing and take a break. But they're just like, there's just one more thing that's right next to me.
There's one
Let me
more.
go. Let me just go do that real
it's
quick.
right there.
Yeah, what's it gonna be like?
It's
2
right
minutes,
there.
and then like 2
It's
hours
right there.
later. Like,
Yeah, 2 hours go by. Son of a bitch.
Yeah. Like, oh,
dang it. Yeah, that absolutely.
I have work the
happens.
next morning. Whoops.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, man. Oh, absolutely loving it. Can't wait to play more. This is absolutely one of my summer games I'll be returning to for the next several weeks, maybe months. It's phenomenal.
Same.
All right. Also out this week. I don't think any of us are playing it, but I thought I'd highlight it. It's this game called Zero Parades for Dead Spies from the developers of Disco Elysium.
Whoa.
I think
Oh,
this
is that
game was
out?
Announced. Yeah, it just came out this week.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Yeah. So it was announced, I want to say maybe 2 years ago, a year and a half ago, something like that, and had a demo a little while back, and yeah, now it's here. I mean, I think people who love Disco Elysium, it's going to have some similarities, but it does sound like it's much more in depth on the RPG side from what I've seen.
Mm.
But anyway, it's got a very unique art style to it. I'm sure it tells a compelling story. Disco Elysium, even though I didn't get super far into it, I met a lot of characters and went through a lot of dialogue, and it was really intriguing and so well written. So I have no doubt that this one also has great dialogue and interesting characters. It's probably very, very dark, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
So
You can see down there he's got like anxiety, delusion, fatigue.
yeah,
Oh, just
On
like
the
real life.
bottom
Just
left.
like real life.
Yeah.
that's true. Oh man.
Jeez.
It's like,
But yeah,
another messed
so-
up
and it's also-
protagonist. Great.
It's also called Zero Parades for Dead Spies. So like it's not going to have a happy
Yeah.
storyline, I don't think.
Yeah.
No.
But that is out now. And also, there was a remaster done of R-Type Dimensions 3. So here's the original. I believe they'll show us what the new one looks like. Or no, maybe this is... Yeah, here we go. Here's what the new
Yep,
one
there
looks
we go.
like. So the original, of course,
these
is that kind of
R-Type games.
pixelated. Yep, the R-Type games.
So
Yep.
cool.
which I still like this old school style. That they're showing right now. It takes me
The
back.
shmups.
Yeah, I still like this kind of style of game from time to time, but the new one does look great, and I think people that are playing it are really enjoying it. So if you're looking for a shmup, this remake sounds like it's a good one.
Looks good.
Don't be a schmup.
Yeah.
Play some shmups.
And hey, it's 2
That
players.
was a mouthful.
I still remember
I'm a
the old
shmup.
arcade days of
Shmup,
playing
shmup.
2-player games with my buddies. So this reminds me of that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always
Yeah,
appreciate
cool.
that
All right.
because that's definitely rare nowadays.
Yeah, it
I
is.
agree.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, Lego Batman is couch co-op, and it's like I looked it up, and it was like, is it online? Nope. It's just meant for you and your friends and fam.
Couch only, huh?
And yeah.
Nice.
You can still, by the way, you still have to switch between characters single player, so it's not like limiting or anything like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, all that to say, I agree with you. Give us more multiplayer
Yeah.
that's like this.
I do like a good when they do a co-op right. Speaking of co-op, this next game is apparently you can play it single player, but I think it's probably best co-op. It's called Thick as Thieves. I think it's actually like a heist sim type of a game. I don't think it's meant to be. When I first saw it, for some reason in my head, I thought it was like some kind of live service game. It's not. It's really cheap. It's like $5 for this game.
What?
But it's like a co-op thievery, like cat burglary type game where you're sneaking through, stealthing through, and trying to complete the
Only
heist.
$5, huh?
Don't know a lot about if it's great. It does seem like there are some people who are enjoying it though, from some of the early kind of player reviews that I read. And it sounds creative, and it's also only $5. So there's that.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah. So, yeah, Thick as Thieves is out this week. Also, this is the Noisy Pixel review for Luna Abyss. I think.
Yeah.
Did you play this
on
one a
Game
little bit,
Pass.
Jeff, or did you not play it?
I played the demo, and it ended like after an hour or something. It's on Steam, I think.
Okay. It's a boomer shooter type game, or is it different than that? I mean, it's first person shooter for sure.
Yeah, it's first person. It's kind of like Bullet Helly a little. You can see from here. Yeah. You can see like you got a lot coming at you sometimes. I can't really remember in the demo if it's a boss fight, but the game plays really well, and you do have abilities like you just showed an ability there. The game looks great too. My understanding is like I didn't get to the demo didn't have this, but my understanding is there are like cutscenes and they're not the best. And that's been like the main gripe that people have had, but like people that have been playing it are like, this game is really surprising me. And I think it's in the 8s right now on Open Critic, which is
That's
pretty
good.
awesome.
And it's on Game
for
Pass.
a game that came out of nowhere. Yeah, Game Pass day one too. Yeah, I just haven't gotten to it because 2 other addicting games are calling my name.
You got Batman and Forza coming at you.
Yeah, they're both so addicting, and I'm just trying to get Batman out of the way because it's narrative driven. So I'm just like, let's get it out of the way, and then I go to Forza again.
Well, this one does look cool, and I do want to try it out. It's on Game Pass. Might as well.
I do like the aesthetic of this one.
Yeah, it's got a cool look.
It's cool, like little gothic kind of Tim Burton-ish thing about it.
Yeah, very creepy. Yeah,
I'm a
cool.
not a
Luna
she.
Abyss.
That's funny.
Available.
Sorry. That's a dialogue choice in the game. The dialogue that just popped up was like, you had 2 choices and one said I'm a they, not a she. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Can I just shoot things,
I didn't
please?
even notice that. Well, before we get
I'm sure somebody's mad
let's
about
talk about Warhammer 40K. How do you say this? Mechanicus 2. Warhammer 40K Mechanicus 2.
Why not?
So yeah, listen, there's a lot of Warhammer games that have come out in the last several years, and they're not slowing down. There's a lot more on the way, which is really cool. It's such a rich IP to create, video games out of, obviously. But I believe this one is it turn-based? I know it's a strategic game. I can't remember if it's a RTS or if it's a tactics. There we go. See if it'll actually show the combat.
Oh, there's a grid.
Looks like tactics. Yeah, there's a
grid. A box. There's a box.
Yep. So yeah, this one looks cool. I'm no idea if people loved the first one or not, but this is a sequel to their Mechanicus. It's not a normal word. I can't say it very well.
To be honest, it's hard to keep track of when these release, because it does seem like there's just so many that just like, oh
There's a
yeah,
lot.
okay, another
Yeah.
one, another war,
There's a
another one.
different
The
type
last
of
one that really
Warhammer
got
game
my
coming out like
attention.
every month.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Well, the last one that really got my attention was Bolt Gun, that crazy like
Yeah.
old school Doom looking one.
They got a
That
second
was
one.
wild.
Did that second one already come out? I can't remember. Or did they only announce
I
it?
can't remember. They make them a little too fast. It's like I don't have time to enjoy the first one.
I'm gonna need you guys to slow down, all right?
Slow down.
Slow
That's like
all
the
the
only
way
time I
down.
ever say that in a video game development cycle. I'm like, hey, come on.
Bolt Gun is supposed to come out this year.
Bolt Gun 2.
The second one, sorry, yeah.
Cool. Well, hey,
Watch it come out
last
the
but
same
not
day
least,
as
and by the way,
GTA.
this last one is also a budget purchase, so keep that in mind. This is
This should have been at the top of
4D.
the list, Tim.
You're right.
Bubsy, yeah, this should have been the game we
At the
started
top
with.
of the list. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's my fault.
It's better than Crimson
this game,
Desert.
I
Look
think
at this.
if I saw it
Yeah.
correctly, I'm pretty sure it's
sure.
only $20.
No way.
I mean, that
So-
sounds about right. That shouldn't really be more than that.
Listen, I agree. I think they priced it correctly, but I'm also a little surprised, and I think that might be why a lot of people are giving it a little bit more of a pass on it not being like this crazy Astrobot or Mario level platformer, because it's like this
Sure.
is a budget platformer from an IP that is kind of a joke. So like
Right.
people aren't taking it that seriously, but it sounds like it's at the very least competent, and maybe at best for some people they'll have a lot of fun with it. But it's interesting to me to see that. I think the average scores are somewhere in the mid to low 70s maybe, which is not bad. Like
The draw
That's way
distance is
worse.
No,
terrible.
This is probably the best
I
reviewed
saw that too.
Bubsy ever. Literally the best reviewed
Things
Bubsy.
are like popping in at like the slowest rate possible. But like you said, $20 game. Not
$20
like
game
AAA. Yeah.
with an IP that no one was asking for. No one was asking for this. But here we are.
But everybody wanted it. No one asked for
But-
it, but everybody wants it.
We didn't
just
know
didn't
that
know
we
you wanted it.
until now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. So yeah, Bubsy 4D.
I mean, even calling it 4D is a joke. Like they know what they're doing here. Like it's all on purpose, you know.
They absolutely
It's
know
so
what
good
they're
you
doing.
could smell it. I don't know.
Oh. Stop it, Bubsy.
Smell-o-vision.
Ugh.
Sounds like a 30 Rock bit.
We've got some headlines to go through. We're actually going to start with what's probably the most significant one, but it's certainly worth talking. It's the most negative one. So we'll start with that, and then we'll talk about a bunch of good stuff. But so we heard this week that Bungie is reportedly planning significant layoffs because they have officially confirmed no more updates for Destiny 2, which is a little bit of a shock to a lot of people. It didn't seem like that was going to just stop unless there was something else coming in the Destiny universe, like a 3, for example, or a reboot or something. But no, they're just no longer updating it. And there has not been an official green light for a third game. And this is according to a Bloomberg report, which claims that the studio is going to focus more on Marathon in the near term, with some of the Destiny 2 developers already transferred over to that game. But in addition to that, it's not just that they're moving their team over to that. They're actually going to have, it sounds like, a significant number of layoffs. This is what's claimed. So keep in mind, this is a company that has been with Sony now for 4 years. And I think it's safe to say, I don't know if Sony's regretting the purchase or if Bungie's regretting the agreement. Like, it can't be good for anyone involved. It just seems like it's not a good match. But
No.
Such a bummer. I mean, I understand. I like you were saying, like winding down Destiny 2, especially because they've been pumping out new stuff every few months for it, and they're just never stopping. I understand winding it down, but only if you're like, okay, we got to figure out our next move here.
right.
And this just sucks, man. Like they're just gonna keep on personnel for support. It sounds like probably, and then everybody else is just gonna be Marathon people, and
Marathon.
they're just gonna be bare bones until they can recoup or Sony just sells it. I don't know. This just sounds bad.
They're going to shut them down because what was Bluepoint? Because Bluepoint had sent out, because I forget what video I was seeing this on, but Bluepoint had made like the press release of like, yeah, we're working, we're brainstorming the ideas and blah blah blah, and look forward to blah blah blah, and then it was like, oh, and then they were shut down, and like.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. They
Bungie
did
is
all
literally like saying the same thing. They're like, yeah, we've brainstorming, have some ideas.
They
And it's
even
like,
helped
oh,
with
this-
God of War Ragnarok, apparently. But like, yeah, they did all
That's
of the
right.
renowned, successful remakes, like
Yeah.
and remasters, like the Nathan Drake collection.
I
the
honestly think
Gravity Rush
Sony's
remastered,
mad
Shadow of the
at
Colossus,
them
like crazy.
because of the Concord
Yeah.
stuff. Because they were like kind of heavily, not heavily, but they were pretty intertwined with that, right? Yeah. Weren't they like helping them out, like kind of consulting them and
Seemed
like
like
kind of
it.
like,
I don't.
yeah.
Interesting. I don't
Yeah,
see.
I,
I thought
I
they
feel
were
like I
working on
read
a
something
live.
about.
I thought they were working on
I
a
think I
God
read
of
something
War
about
live
that,
service game.
Hmm.
I don't know.
That might have been Blue Point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think,
Sorry,
I
who were you
think
talking about? Bungie?
Bungie.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Bungie.
think
okay.
Bungie was they didn't take over anything with Concord, but I do think they were somehow involved with like helping to guide what it
Yeah.
was going to become. I don't know.
And the live service stuff in
So-
general. I swear I remember Bungie being like tied to like some of that stuff and specifically Concord. So I'm wondering if Sony is like almost like using them as a scapegoat. Like, oh, well, you guys like effed all those plans up. So now we're just gonna, tear you down.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you paid them like how many billions of dollars was it? Which is insane. Which
It
is
was like
insane.
$3.5 billion, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like some
Good
large
Lord.
amount of money.
Yep. So that is a bummer. I think, Dan, you're probably right. I think Bungie's probably going to at some point be closed or merged or something into something else, which is too bad because to me that is a even more so than Bluepoint. Bungie is a known brand. Like to me, that brand has value.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know if it's worth like revitalizing it and having them develop brand new console exclusive shooters for you or something. Like have them. I know it won't be to the level of like a Halo or even as expansive as a Destiny, but I don't know. Have them do something. Don't just have them support Marathon.
They are very good at making fun shooters that like feel good to. I mean, Destiny feels good to play.
People do like Marathon, by the way.
It does.
I think
yeah.
they made a pretty fun one. But
I'll never find
man.
It's a bummer.
I'll never play that game.
All right. But yeah, I'm never gonna play it either. All right, on to some good news. It sounds like Grand Theft Auto 6, with all the speculation running around about how it was gonna hit pre-orders, but then it didn't. And where's the marketing? Is it actually coming out? And anyway, the Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick has reaffirmed that GTA 6 is planning for this November 19th release date that's been previously announced, and marketing is going to kick into high gear this summer. I still don't know if I believe it, but I will say this. I had forgotten this. That game was originally slated for spring 2025. Like that was the first launch window.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Could you imagine? We'd be living in a world right now. GTA 6.
We would be. But we are not.
Could you
And hey,
imagine?
maybe it's a better world for it. And that's fine. That's fine. Who knows? Anyway. Do you guys think it's actually going to come out this year? What's your gut telling you?
Yeah, based on that, yes.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, that would be dumb to do that. Like, it would be dumb to be like, yeah, no, we're pretty solid on, and then like be like, never mind. Like, usually the smart thing to do is just be like, oh, we're still plugging away at it. Like, that's what we're trying to, or like something that's kind of like dodging the date or whatever.
Yeah. Because you don't tell like shareholders, investors, like, hey, it's totally coming out, you guys, and then you turn around and then you lose a ton of money from that. So I mean, I think his confidence,
one company who
he knows
do it,
something for sure. Yeah.
I think if there's one company who could get away with it and not walk away with too much of a loss, it's Take-Two because of the pedigree of GTA. But that's just a unique exception to the rule.
Yeah.
So even still, I'm sure they want to be careful about that. They don't want to. Yeah.
Oh,
you never know when things are going to kind of crash. I mean, Call of Duty was on top of the world for so long. No one could imagine a future where they were kind of an afterthought and no one cared that much. And they have a live service version that's kind of taken over the main version. Like, I didn't really imagine that Battlefield would outsell it. I just didn't think that would happen. So GTA isn't invulnerable, that's for sure. But they seem that way, especially when the leaks came out and their value went up. It's hilarious. So funny.
Rockstar's like, you want
man.
ransom for that? You want us to pay for this?
Mm-hmm.
No, you're doing us a favor. Leak it.
So, please leak it. Please leak
Just
it.
absolutely
leak it.
insane.
Tell everybody how much money we're making off.
Actually,
of GTA
hang on. Let me call
Online.
my uncle to invest a little bit and then leak it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's insanity. Just absolute insanity.
Oh man.
What do you guys think about this one? Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced, which is launching later this summer. I think it's in July. They've decided to remove the modern day scenes. Now, as a reminder, in the original game, players were hired by Abstergo Entertainment to examine the memories of Edward Kenway, who's the kind of the main protagonist of the game. And one of the reasons you're asked to do this is you're gathering material for potential feature film about Kenway. And I remember being underwhelmed by the modern story in this one. They try to include a few elements of like, maybe some modern day assassin stuff happening that they want you to sneak some data or whatever. But for the most part, it felt very weirdly corporate-y. And I just didn't like the feeling of going back to the modern world. I wanted to just stay in the pirate world and just be there.
Mm.
Like, just let me be there. Don't tell me that I'm doing research for a movie for this company. I don't know. It just felt weird.
I think
they removed it for this game. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I think because of because 3 was like the culmination, right?
It was
3 was
it
the
wrapped
modern
up
day
that
story.
story.
Yeah, and without being, I guess, I mean, it's an old game, but some people just haven't experienced it. It did not end great. It was just kind of like it was very.
Right.
So now and then going into Assassin's Creed 4, which is the next one after that, it's kind of like, oh shoot, okay, so like what do we do? Because we kind of just shot ourselves in the foot here, and the modern story does still exist, so I guess we throw something in there. Like it kind of felt like that. It felt like, oh shoot, we shot ourselves in the foot. We don't actually necessarily know where we want to take this, so let's just do that, and it wasn't great. So
honestly, I always tend to like the first thing I forget about a Assassin's Creed game, if it's been years, is the modern story part. I just never really cared for it. I always love the historical stuff, and I don't care why you put me there, just put me there. And I totally forgot that was the reason that they had you go back in time to the pirate era. But that is so dumb. That is so dumb. Just just forget it. Just start me out as the guy.
At least the other ones had we need to find this secret relic in modern day. You need to go help us figure out where it's been buried, or like, so it's like, all right, there's some kind of connection. Honestly, Valhalla had some kind of, I thought, a relatively intriguing modern day twist at the end of that game. If you guys got to Valhalla, I was like, all right, that's a creative way to do that. Valhalla. But yeah, most of them after 3, even honestly including 3, I was like, yeah, just put me in the kind of time period and don't make it a modern day. I don't need the modern day connection anymore.
It's such a shame, because I mean, I'm the opposite of Jeff. I actually in the beginning of that series, I was very intrigued by the modern day stuff, because in my head I'm like, oh, they could end the series, right, with it being like, and now like it's the full game in modern times, and there's like these like it's like almost like cyberpunk, like all these giant like skyscrapers, so cool. And you're like swinging around almost like Spider-Man, but you're an assassin and you're doing all this cool stuff. Like that's in my head where they were gonna go with it, and then that's not what happened. So I don't know.
Because it was in the first one other eras that the characters were getting better and more like agile and athletic, like the characters they were embodying when they were in the machine. I don't know, because we did some modern day like running, right? You were doing some wall running in a couple modern day segments. Like there was some crazy stuff happening.
Yeah, because Desmond was like absorbing like the almost like absorbing the abilities of his ancestors, because he was like in the Animus so much, because that's because you're playing him in the beginning. Yeah, that he's like kind of himself becoming like this legendary assassin. So
what were you gonna say, Jeff?
Oh, absolutely nothing. I don't remember.
Well said.
Thank you.
Well said.
Yeah, well, the reasoning that they decided to take it out is because they talk about how in the modern day games, in the more recent games, modern day element is handled so differently, if at all. And so they didn't want it to be jarring to all of a sudden have that be part of the storylines for Resynced. So I don't know if there will be no modern day stuff, but they removed that version of modern day stuff from this game. So it'll be interesting to see if they have anything. Yeah. So, but that's fine with me. Just get me to the pirate world, and I want to play it. I can't wait to play that game this summer. Speaking of stuff happening this summer, we're getting closer to not E3, boys. And Sony is going to hold their State of Play on June 2nd. It's going to be an hour long, and it's going to include an extended look at Marvel's Wolverine, in addition to news and updates on other upcoming PlayStation 5 games. There's some PlayStation dev teams, and I'm curious either how their existing projects that we know about are going because we haven't heard it in a while, or just to find out what they're working on at all. So
Tim,
I'm very
this is
excited
it.
to see.
This is the state of play, Tim. This is the one. You know what I'm about to
Okay,
say.
let's
You
hear
know
it.
what I'm about to.
Is it Final Fantasy
Little
VII
devil
Riri?
inside. Little devil inside's about to be inside
Little,
all of
Oh
us.
my
oh my
gosh.
god,
Devil
a game that will never die here ever.
I'm
Dude,
still
what if they
holding out
shadow
hope.
drop it? They'll shadow drop
I
it
would
during the.
I would cry. I would literally cry. I'll videotape myself crying and I'll send it to you guys. I'd
Please
just be
do.
sobbing. But like, yeah, I mean, they did the last time we heard from them, they had like a legitimate read. They're like, listen, this is what happened, and it was like, okay, well that makes
Yeah.
sense. But like, my God, man, please just
Mhm.
I don't want that game to die. It looks so cool. It looks so cool. So
I
I
gotta
don't know.
tell you,
We'll
I
see.
forgot it still existed. Like I was holding out hope for a long time, and then it just kind of faded from memory a little bit.
Yeah.
Some unreliable leaker, so this is probably nothing, keeps suggesting Hogwarts Legacy 2 will be announced at the State of Play. And I'm like,
Oh, that
I
seems
don't know,
too
man.
soon.
That might be too soon. It does.
Yeah,
but I guess
that
if it's
seems
just
too
an
soon.
announcement, though, because like when they announced Hogwarts Legacy, the first one, you didn't see anything about it for a while until they were ready to show gameplay. So I don't know.
But they have technically announced 2, right? Didn't they say like, oh, we are working on 2? Could have
I
sworn
think
they
so.
did,
They
but
said
maybe I'm wrong.
something, or at least the employment opportunities they had were very clearly like geared towards a CD
Yeah.
development.
At the very least, they've talked about funneling their resources and teams towards single player experiences in these universes. They include Harry Potter in that list. At the very least, they said that.
And I think
like
the
they might have said
HBO
something
guy
officially.
or Warner Brothers guy was like, yeah, we're gonna set it in the sequels. I think he might have been the one that confirmed like the sequels happening, and he was like, we're gonna set it more in the new TV universe or whatever. And I was like, what does that mean? A totally different map? Interesting, huh?
Yeah, I mean,
all right.
I remember when playing the first one, they referenced a lot of the other, magic schools that are around the world, and part of me is like, I wouldn't mind you taking me somewhere new. Like I don't need to keep.
That would be cool.
Like I love Hogwarts,
Yeah.
and it was very nostalgic, and it was very cool, and I like what they did. But do I want to do that same thing again, that same place again with just different characters? I'm sure I would still play it and love it, but there's part of me that wants to like show me more of this wizarding world.
Put me in. Do what every other franchise is doing in gaming. Just put me in Japan somewhere. I want to see that wizarding school.
That's right.
It's like Persona, but Harry Potter. Yeah.
Yeah. Their wands are actually like katanas. They're actually swords.
They're actually killing people over there.
It's pretty bad. Hey, speaking of being in Japan, thanks for that segue opening. Ghost of Yotei Legends has received its last major update. Nothing bad or drastic has changed with that. That was their planned kind of. They had a calendar of what updates they were going to add, and that was what was already scheduled. I think it just came out.
It's the raid, right? Was that the last update
right.
they did?
Yeah. So they'll continue to support it. You'll have access to it, of course. They're not like shutting it down or anything insane. Like people are enjoying it. It sounds like, if I had to guess, that team is probably just focusing their efforts on the next game, whatever that's going to be, or maybe DLC. Who knows? But I think they're moving on past the Legends.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did have an expansion in the first game, didn't they? Or am I crazy? Or was it DLC or something? Yeah, it was like a whole new island, Iki Island. That's what it was.
I never played that one. Yeah,
it was so good.
Yeah.
I remember that now.
So yeah, Ghost of Yotei Legends last update is out, but there's plenty to experience there if you want to play some multiplayer. Ghost of Yotei, it's pretty great. From what I remember from the last game's Legends, it was really fun. All right, and last but not least, this is a pretty major announcement, I think. Warhorse Studio, who I came to know and love last year when I played through Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Fantastic game. Easily one of my favorites of the year. If it weren't for Clair Obscur, then this one would have been my favorite game of last year. So they are making another Kingdom Come Deliverance game. They confirmed that. There's another entry in the series that they're working on. They're also working on a Lord of the Rings open world RPG. So, hey, more power to them. Good luck.
That's pretty sweet.
That's been rumored for a while, but they confirmed it.
Yeah,
that it's in development. It's like
that's going to be a massive undertaking. I have no idea what that's going to look like for them. It's genuinely exciting.
I think that's pretty great. I was talking with Kyle about this too, and we've seen teams that maybe haven't been around forever but have really delivered high quality. Like Kingdom Come Deliverance was by most accounts a solid game, and it only got better as they kept updating it, and it ended up being a good game when it was all said and done. And then 2, of course, is just like a 9 out of 10 on average, crazy game of the year, yeah, candidate, like really, really good. They've kind of mastered. It kind of reminds me a little bit of CDPR, like Project Red, as they got Witcher 2 to a point of it being very good, and then Witcher 3 was like their masterpiece. And then they kept rolling with Cyberpunk, even though it didn't launch so great. Now it's considered one of the greats. So I'm curious to see what happens with these guys. I even think of like Larian Studios, who had their own IP with Divinity, and they took on Dungeons and Dragons and made Baldur's Gate 3, and they crushed it. I mean, they made the 5th best game of that year. You know what I'm saying? So
It's true. It's true. That's high praise.
Irrefutable
praise.
facts.
that's right. According to most people, of course, that was the best game of that year. Maybe even the best game ever by many accounts.
Well, I mean, those
So,
people are wrong,
they're-
but that's fine.
I think it's fine. It's fine. They can think what they want to think. But I am allowing myself to be hopeful for this just because Warhorse made such an incredibly involved and amazing and fun game with KCD2. So I want more in that universe. I want more in that kind of Eastern European historical fiction universe that they set up. I think that's really fun. I love that. But when I look at even like a Machine Games, they took on Indiana Jones and absolutely knocked it out of the park. And I was as
Dude.
skeptical as the person could be.
I
was
did
like,
not see
first
that
person
coming being as good as it was.
from the Wolfenstein guys. No.
Yeah.
And it was great.
Yeah.
It was really great. So yeah, I'm curious to see what happens. The one thing I would say is I'm curious to see what they'll do with the combat. Will it still be first person perspective? And if so, will it be a little more approachable? Because it certainly takes some work to get into the Kingdom Come Deliverance combat. Even though the second game is way better than the first one with that, it still takes a little bit of doing. And I loved it by the end, but it takes some work to get into it. So will they have that same kind of combat? I don't know. There's a high realism factor with KCD because it's set in like a very real place. And Lord of the Rings, of course, is very magical, fantastical. So I'm curious how they're going to handle those pieces of it. And but last but not least, listen, they've got the RPG pedigree. Like when you are in that world, everything you do is increasing your experience in something, and you're getting more skill points in that area. And they have all these really cool ways to craft and make things. So I could imagine that in a Lord of the Rings universe being a blast, where you are crafting potions or you're making weapons or armor or something. It could be really cool
or
the
eating
world's very
potatoes. Yeah.
What's that? Oh, yes, please potatoes.
Potatoes.
Yes.
Second breakfast, of course.
Obviously, I didn't play the first one, and I mean, I barely dabbled in the second one because I think I got distracted by something else because the game's huge, and I was like, "Oh shoot, this is gonna be a lot."
Yeah, it's a lot.
But it's a very lived-in world. Like it's just incredible detail. So thinking of that, but through Lord of the Rings, sounds incredibly exciting. Like that sounds very, very cool. I'm just wondering about the combat because, like, not that like people in Lord of the Rings fight super well, or I'm sorry, that people in Lord of the Rings are fighting like it's like an anime or anything, but it's not the strong. It's not their strong suit. Not that it's bad. It's competent, but just I'm
it's gonna be interesting because it's so like sword and board, like armor heavy. That's the KCD combat is. It's purposeful. It's directional. It's it's very melee focused. And with Lord of the Rings, you're gonna have to. You have bow and arrows as well, and a couple other ranged weapons. They're not done amazingly well. They're kind of interesting. They're kind of fun and funny, but it's ultimately about the swords in KCD. So with Lord of the Rings, you got to have a strong bow element to that. At least I would think you would.
Yeah.
But it's really about the sword combat. How's it going to feel? Will it be first person? If it is, I usually don't love first person melee combat, but that's starting to change in recent years. When people do it well, I'm kind of in. So it just depends.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's pretty exciting. I'm glad to see that one. See that one arrive. Now, one of the things I wanted to wrap up with is other stuff we're playing. So I was looking, I was like, hey, well, what else have I been playing? And I'm looking, it's Forza week. That's all I've been playing. It's just Forza all week. I even purchased that Space Haven game, which looks like a really fun manage your space station as humanity's trying to survive type of a PC game. Haven't even fired it up. It's just sitting there installed. I'm just playing Forza when I have free time right now. So that's really the only, that and Yoshi. I played a little bit of Yoshi today for a couple hours. But is there anything else you guys are playing besides things we've already talked about? Jeff, are you mainly on Lego Batman and Forza this week?
Yeah,
with new
because I
games?
just want to be, it's one of those. It's a story game. You know me. I have to. I'm addicted. I need to see how this wraps up. Even though the story is
Totally.
very silly, it still is a narrative kind of drive to it.
Yep.
And then yeah, of course, if I'm not playing that, it's Forza.
Yep.
Because I just gotta. Yeah, that it is crack, dude. It is crack in video game form. It's not fair.
It's a problem. I agree. Well,
Should
Dan,
be
what about
outlawed.
you? I imagine you're still fighting your way through Crimson Desert. Yes.
I'm doing a lot of things in Crimson Desert, Tim, because Pearl Abyss is also doing a lot of things because Jesus Christ, they just keep releasing more. They just did another update, Tim, and I just found an egg. You know what kind of an egg it was? It was a dragon egg, and then I hatched the dragon egg, and now I got a baby wyvern. So actually, it was a wyvern egg, not a dragon egg. So I got a little baby wyvern that's just like flapping away, like over, and he's adorable as hell. I called him Toothless because he doesn't actually have teeth. So I called him Toothless from the How to Train Your Dragon series. It's insane. They just they're like, here you go. Here's some more just cool stuff. Here you go. Keep playing, guys. Just keep playing. I'm like, yes, thank you. I will keep playing. I have 206 hours in this game. Only 206 hours.
Only.
Only.
Holy crap. And if there is 14 chapters, I think that's what Kyle said. I'm on chapter 9, and I've been on chapter 9 for a while now. So I mean, story-wise, the PlayStation says I'm 64% through the game. So like I'm not, super low, but I mean also I've been playing 206 hours and I still have like 5 chapters of story to beat.
Staring at those cliffs.
It's fine.
You love those cliffs.
It's fine. Yeah, dude, the cliffs are so nice. They're so nice. There's the cliffs, but then there's also like the structures in the sky that are kind of cliff-like, Tim. So there's sky cliffs.
They are.
And then there's regular
You're
cliffs.
Right.
It's just
Sky cliffs.
And the guy's name is Cliff.
The guy's name is Cliff. Dude, Cliff hanging off of a cliff. My God.
Cliffception.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. It's so much cliffing.
I was just looking at the
cliff.
recent patch updates, and of course the improvements, like the bug fixes. It's a huge list, so they keep fixing things that people are finding, which is always nice to see. Improved UI and controls for different, like for mouse and keyboard, for example. Anyway, they're adding all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Adding different rewards to types of missions, like timber and stone. Anyway, they're just trying to balance things out, and they're adding more in. But then I was just looking at the stuff they're adding, like you just mentioned. They're not just fixing up what's there, because they've already made a huge, super deep game, but they added a new slot to equip tools. And I do remember that you had to like go in and actually like equip your tool, like whether it was a rake or a shovel or whatever. So now it's actually a slot that you can.
Well, because it was all
great
on the radial menu, like
the wheel.
The tools were in the same box as like your 2-handed weapons. So you'd be trying to cycle through.
Switching from a claymore to a shovel or whatever. It's like, what am I doing?
Yes. Which makes no sense. So.
And they added a couple of ponds to certain areas of the map to have,
Yep, you can have one built right in front of your home now.
Yep.
So.
And then they added 20 species of small animals, including this baby wyvern that can be registered as pets. And these baby wyverns can grow, and eventually, in a future update, you'll be able to register it as a mount. So, there you go.
My God.
Wow.
My little baby Toothless is going to be... He's not going to be toothless anymore. He's going to have teeth. And then I have to change his name to with teeth. Or
Toothful.
Toothy.
Toothful. Toothful. It's full of teeth. Full of so many teeth.
Man.
What a wild game.
Yeah, this game is just unbelievable, man. It is insane to me because I mean I bought it on launch and even then it was like this is just fantastic. Like I immediately because I remember when this game was in development for so long and there was something when they were showing all those videos, the longer videos as it was getting closer to release, and it's like there was just something to the level of detail in the game that I was appreciating, kind of like with Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom of like. Again, going off in a direction and seeing some stuff, but like this really does take it on another level. Like because even like when you said how you had whatever it was, that animal in your hand, and you like accidentally drown. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not a
I
thing
happened
you
to
have to
cross
put in
a
a game.
waist deep river and raccoon was dead.
Yeah. Yeah, the raccoon was dead. But like it literally
Oopsies.
they put in the game where it's like, yeah, like the water is there, the raccoon is under the water, now he's dead. Like, you know, that's not a thing
Yeah.
that you have to do, but it's like they put all of those sort of, you know, physics and then just like things of like, yeah, stuff like that happening. And I just think that level of detail in a game that's this massive and looks this good is just, it's mind-boggling. So yeah, and it's insane to think that GTA 6 is also this year, because it's like I'm playing so much of this game, but then GTA 6 will come out, and I mean, I'm sure it's gonna be all right. I'm sure GTA 6 will be,
It'll
you
be
know, I'm
fun.
sure
It's
it'll be
gonna
all right.
be a
Yeah,
good
it's
6
gonna
out
be
of 10.
fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna be fine.
I can't wait for IGN to launch their 6 or 7 out of 10 score. I cannot wait. It's gonna be
They're gonna be like,
amazing.
this game has gone woke now, and there's all of this stuff
They'll
in
go the other
it,
way.
and
I think they'll be like, well, this game doesn't say enough about politically. And it's like,
oh,
it's making fun of
okay.
everything. And I want you to kill
Well, it's one or
everything.
the other, right?
That's what Rockstar
Yeah.
does. Like,
It's the South Park. It's the South Park of video games. It always has been.
it's
Right.
exactly
Always.
it. No
You
one
could
is
still pick up
immune. They don't make
hookers in
cultural
this day
political
and
statements.
age. You
They
know?
don't make cultural and political statements. They make fun of your stupid cultural and political statements, no matter what side
Right.
you're on at
Right.
anything. And I like that.
Yeah.
Like, thank you. I don't want to be preached at from either side anymore. Let's just make
Just want
fun
to
of
play a
all
dumb
of it.
video
And
game.
by the way,
and
let's kill everyone on the map and steal cars while we're doing it. Like that's what a video
Yes.
game is, everybody.
that's what it's about.
a video game
That's what
is.
it's about.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Love it.
just Crimson Desert is the gift that keeps on giving. But I do want to mention this other game, and Tim, I would, if possible, pull up a video of it,
Yeah.
specifically with the Maniac song. I actually bought Dead as Disco earlier this week.
This game looks so fun.
I saw somebody playing it, so I finally saw it in action, because I had already seen what it looked like aesthetically. I was like, oh, that's really cool. But I saw them playing it, and it was with this song specifically, and my God, I was just like, dude, this is rad as hell. So I bought it, and it's so fun. It's so fun. I really love rhythm games.
Yeah.
But like the brawler element, and it just works so well because obviously there's different songs that are all different, you know, BPMs, right? They're all different speeds. So the animation just works with that song. Like if it's a slower song, then he's moving slower, but he's still punching and kicking to the beat, and it works really
Is it
well.
like Hi-Fi Rush at all, Dan? Like some of the stuff on beat reminds me of that a little bit.
So what this kind of reminds me of is like if Suda51 and like Atlas teamed up, because it's like it's
Okay.
a lot of Suda but a little bit of Persona, just like stylistically. And then yeah, obviously the rhythmic elements of Hi-Fi Rush for sure. But like yeah, presentation wise, it reminds me of like Suda and like a little bit of Atlas. Because it's just
the way the character
oozing
was running on
presentation.
beat with the music, and then the way that
Yeah.
you're attacking in time. I mean, that's what Hi-Fi Rush was all about.
Yeah, like
Even
the
though
main
video
dude
was
here,
different.
Charlie Disco is his name. Reminds me a lot of was it what's his name in No More Heroes? Something Touchdown? It's
Travis.
something Travis Touchdown, which is I'm wondering if that's actually an homage to that, because Charlie Disco is pretty silly and Travis Touchdown is also pretty silly. I really do wonder if this team are just big Suda51 fans, because I see it a lot. But yeah, and this is in early access. It's not even out yet, which I don't like early access games, because now I'm sitting here, I've done all the fights that are available. Like there's challenges and stuff, so you can do those.
Yeah.
But like I've already done like the story that's available. So I'm like, I want more. Like I want to keep playing this, but it's not out yet.
Yeah.
But it's so fun. And Maniac is the rendition of Maniac in this is just so catchy. I actually downloaded it, so I have it on my iTunes, and I was jamming out in the car to it, because it's just extra boppy and just really fun. It's just it's a really, really fun game, and like the surprising amount of story there, because it's like Charlie Disco was like killed, and then like years later he gets revived, and then he's kind of like trying to save everybody. So all those people that he's fighting, the bosses, are like getting the band back together, because there's like this dude that basically like, you know, kind of roped them all in under his wing, and he's a bad guy, and he, you know, turn them all bad, so you're trying to like sort of like knock some sense back into them and get the band back together. Like that's the premise of the story, but again, it has a kind of like a quirky silliness to it because I do feel like there's a bit of that Suda 51 and
I
yeah,
totally
like
see
Hi-Fi
that.
Rush and
I totally see that.
Persona. So
You know,
it's
I'm
really
curious
fun.
too, like how long do you think they're away from actually releasing the full version of it? Do you think it's pretty
I
close
don't
and they
know.
just need to
So
get all the content out?
well, so on the screen when you're choosing like so the panels, because there's the arcade mode, which is like you can go in and just do freestyle, just kind of just play whatever song and fight. And then there's the challenges, and then there's the story panels for the characters that are available right now, and then there's 3 that are locked. So I don't know if that's
I
it,
see.
3 and then that's it, or if they will add
Is
more.
it
Um,
is it this stuff? Oops, this stuff right here where it was showing
yeah,
this
yes, there
stuff?
we go. Yeah. So Infinite Disco is you go into that and that's where the challenge is, or you could just do free
Okay.
play. Um, but yeah, there's the other boxes and 3 of them are locked. So that one actually right to the right of it with the shattered glass, like that one's
Yeah.
locked. And it says coming soon.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I wonder if I do wonder if it's just those 3 or if they'll add more. You can actually also under free play. I haven't tried it yet. You can upload your own song. Like if you want to just play some
Oh
other
dang.
play some random song, I want to and
That's
I
fun.
do want to try that. Yeah, so I do wonder how that works. Um it's really fun. It's a $20 game. Like give it a try. It's super fun. And just
I love a
yeah.
good budget game that just pulls you in out of nowhere. Like that's one that you probably did not have in your calendar as I must buy it, but and here we are.
Yeah, no. Yeah, the second I
Yeah.
saw it and I just Maniac is a good song. That's just a good classic song from a what was that 80s movie? 80s movie? I can't remember what it's from.
Not sure.
Or maybe
I
early
remember it
90s.
from Saved by the Bell. Oh wait,
Is
that's a
that
different
what
song
it is?
too.
Hold on, Maniac.
Oh, that's a
It's
different
from a
song.
movie. It's where she's like at the very end, like doing some sort of like
Flashdance?
audition.
Flashdance. Yeah,
Thank you. Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, it's from Flashdance. That's just a good classic song.
I couldn't hear
But
it in
like
my head, the tune of it, but as soon as I saw Flashdance, I was like, I can absolutely hear that song right now.
yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just a good song, but it's pretty like on like similar. It's not like the remix on this game is like super different, but it's just it works really well with the game, and that that kind of the percussion of the punches and kicks, which we've talked about before with those kinds of games. Like when you really nail the audio design and like
Yeah.
you feel quote unquote the punches and the kicks or the slashes or whatever it is in a game, or
Yep.
shooting. And this game does it really well. Like it feels good.
Nice.
So
Love that. Dude,
Yeah.
I'm glad you're playing that one too. There was another one that Kyle played early this year that I want to try. It's that one that's kind of Max Payne like, Suit for Hire or something like that. I think something like that.
oh, it's not ringing a bell.
But it's nice to hear about.
Oh,
these
yeah.
games that maybe I think
It's like a
that
top down. Looks like John Woo. Yeah.
Oh wait, okay, yeah.
Or it was top down.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one. And
Never mind. It's third person. Yeah.
I think
I'm
it
dumb.
might do
I'm
both
remembering it now.
perspectives, but yeah, it's got a little bit of that Max Payne vibe as you're jumping through offices and shooting up the bad guys or whatever. But anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, the 1.0 update has the third person mode. That's what it is. That's cool.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I like that.
That one is another. It's on sale right now for $5 freaking
$5
on Steam. Yeah.
Okay.
It's normally it's like $6, but yeah, it's normally $15.
Oh wow, okay.
That's wild.
Yeah, I might have to grab that. That's like a $5.
Steam sales, man. That's how they get
$5
you.
is crazy.
Yeah, $5 is crazy.
Gotta love like the summer or the Memorial Day sales. Yeah.
Well, Dan or Jeff, any other games you wanted to highlight before we wrap up this episode?
I got
Pocopia is incredibly fun. Holy shit, is that game
Pocopia?
fun? Pocopia
Yeah.
is so good. It is for me now. It's like that Stardew or even the Animal Crossing of just like it
Got
just
hooks
hits
in
that
you, huh?
spot of like, you know what, you just want to chill, just
Yeah.
play this. Because I love building. You know me, and in Valheim, I love building. I love to build. build all of the structures, the best
Build
structures.
the ballroom. Don't forget the ballroom.
Build the wall.
I
He
like
builds
that
the wall, and I
Dan's
say,
putting-
nay, I'm going to
you're putting your
build up the
name on everything,
Bocopia
aren't you?
town.
Dan's putting Dan's house, like he's putting his name Dan on everything.
The orange man wants to build a wall. I want to build a town full of Pokemon.
Pokemon.
Just Pokemon.
Now, is that game has an actual story with an ending, right? Do you just kind of like choose how
It
quickly
does,
you want
yeah.
to go through the story? You can just kind of keep building and farming
So
as long as you want.
Well, because Renee would like check, like, because we'd be like, oh, how do we? It seems like maybe there's something here that we're missing. So it's like, yeah, I guess you do kind of want to get through the story sort of quick because you get more abilities. That I guess makes
and
things
then you can just
easier.
keep going after that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just love the building stuff so much that like I
Yeah.
definitely get sidetracked a lot. And I'm like, oh, I want to like do this over here, and let me fix this up over there. So it's just really fun and chill, and just good building mechanics. It's definitely better than Animal Crossing as far as like the building element. So yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah.
Love it. Well, guys, next week we've got James Bond finally arriving again in video game format in a way that I've been hyped for, unlike any other James Bond game that's been coming out really ever.
Yeah.
Like I remember when GoldenEye 64 came out, I didn't really know about it till it was already out, and my friends had it. Like, you got to play GoldenEye, because I didn't, we didn't have the internet regularly back then, at least, and it was like, what is this game we're talking about? Like I remember hearing about it like by reading Nintendo Power, but I wasn't counting down the days till it dropped or anything like that. So I can't think of the last time that there was a James Bond video game on the way, and I could not wait. I was counting down the weeks and days till it arrived, and here we are, just a few days away from playing it. I am gonna play it on Steam. I took Kyle's advice from last week, where if you pre-order it, you get a free upgrade to the deluxe edition, which gives you it a day early, plus some extra little in-game goodies.
Incredible.
Which is always fun.
Heck yeah.
So that was a no-brainer. It was like, all right, I'm going to pay full price for this anyway. Might as well just pay it a few days ahead of time, and now I get to play it a day early, which there was no reason that they needed to do that, but kudos to them for doing that.
But I mean, it does, again, like you were talking about the excitement element, but it's coming from a studio that's very well renowned. The Hitman games are pretty great. So like that little extra element, and then them, kind of focusing on gameplay and having it not just be sneaky, because Hitman's not primarily known for that. That's not the focus, is the shooting and all that.
Yeah.
So.
And I do want to remind people.
Exciting.
I do want to remind people that IO Interactive, they used to be owned by Square, but they went independent from them in some kind of agreement, like almost 10 years ago now. And they've been crushing it with the Hitman games, and this is their own self-published, self-developed game. Like, this is IO Interactive.
Yeah.
This isn't like,
wow.
A lot of times we see something that's like, well, EA published it, or Activision got their fingers on it, or whatever. Like, no, this is IO Interactive, developed and published.
Yeah.
So it makes me that
Dude,
much
they
more
must have
excited to,
been
like, support it.
They must have been crushing with the Hitman games then, to be able to secure a
Hitman
James Bond
games were a
property
huge
and be able to publish themselves. Wow.
Yeah, I think what they've done with the World of Assassination stuff and the content they've released for that, I think they've been pretty successful, for sure. But
yeah, those games are
which, by the way,
insane.
There's a big sale on Hitman right now. Like, World of Assassination, you can get for $6, and it doesn't have all the content, but it has a lot of it. I didn't realize they made Freedom Fighters as well. Remember that? That game was well.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, that's back in.
That was a PS2 game, right?
2003 must have been. Yeah, 2003.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, well, I think that does it for us this week. Thank you all for watching and listening. If you haven't played Forza Horizon 6 yet, go play it. Please go play it. It's so fun. It's so good. And I can't wait to get in there and beat all the scores of Jeff and Kyle, who had a multi-day head start on me, but I'm already trying to beat their scores just by a couple seconds for each of them. Just to grind their gears a little bit. All right, we'll talk to you next week, guys. We'll all be talking in British accents because of James Bond, so look forward to that.
Hello.
Oi.
We'll see you on...
Oi.
Oi, governor.
Oi, I'm a bit parched. Can you get a bottle of water?
There it is. I was waiting for the water.
Get a bottle of water. I beat a guy to death in the mission with a bottle of water. Can you believe it?
I
And on
pulled a
that
Jason
note, we'll see you
Bourne.
on the next one. Peace.